Hi, I'm Sega, and in few minutes you master this question. Okay? Now, given that y to the power of what 4 multiplied by y to the power of 7 is equals to what 49, we are asked to look for the value of y. Now, looking at this question, what we have to do here is to take natural logarithm of both sides, so that this question can be very simple for us to solve. Okay? So that means ln y to the power of what 4y to the power of what 7 is equals to what ln 40 what 9. That's our first step. We're taking what natural logarithm of both sides. Now let's remember one of the properties of logarithm, that if you have log m base a to the power of p, this law states that the power can also multiply the log. So this will be equals to what p multiplied by what log what m base what a. So it means that the power here is what is 4y to the power of 7. So we can also take it back as what 4y to the power of what 7 multiplied by ln y is equals to what ln 40 what 49. Okay, now let's remove 4 from here. Okay, for us to remove 4 from here, let's divide both sides. Divide both sides by 4 and divide here by what 4. Okay, so that this 4 will cancel out this. We are left with what y to the power of what 7 ln what ln y, okay, is equals to what ln 40 what 49 divided by what 4. Okay, at this point, what are we going to do? Let's also remember one of the properties of logarithm, that e to the power of what ln a, okay, is equals to what a. This is one of the properties of what logarithm, which is very interesting. Okay, now we are not wrong. Okay, we are not wrong if we decide to write this as e to the power of ln y to the power of 7 is also equals to what y to the power of 7 by obeying these properties. Okay, so we are not wrong if we decide to write this as what e to the power of what ln y to the power of 7 multiplied by ln y is equals to ln 449 divided by what 4. Okay, now if we obey these properties very well, that log m to the power of log m to the power of p base a is equals to this, it means that the power here can also multiply the ln as what e to the power of what 7 ln y multiplied by what ln y is equals to ln 40 what 9 divided by what 4. Okay, now what are we going to do here? What are we going to do? Let's look at this question carefully. Do you know that if you obey the Lambda-Dorough function of into a multiplied by e to a is always equals to what a? If you have the Lambda-Dorough function of a multiplied by e to a is equals to a. Now we can do something very interesting here. If the power here is 7 ln a, sorry, if the power here is 7 ln y and the power here is a, we want the power here to be equals to what is here, so that if we take the Lambda-Dorough function, we can have a single out, which is just a. So if we apply something here, something very interesting here, we will have a single value like this. But what are we going to do? Because the power here is ln, the power here is a, is 7 ln y, and we are also having ln y here. They are not equal. So what we are going to do is to multiply this by 7 and multiply this by 7. So we multiply both sides by 7 so that we can achieve this, right? So that this is what e to the power what 7 ln y multiplied by 7 ln y equals to 7 ln 49 divided by what 4. Okay, now let me remove this from here quickly so I can finish this up. All right, at this point we are comfortable to take natural the Dorough function of both sides. So that means the Lambda-Dorough function of into e to the power of 7 ln y, okay, multiplied by 7 ln y, okay, is equals to the Dorough function of what? Now at this point, you know, I can also write this as what? Into 7 multiplied by 2 ln what? Ln 7, because I can put 49 in index form as 7 to the power of 2. So if I obey one of the properties of logarithm, that 2 will go back to multiply by 7. We have what? We have 7 times 2, right? Then ln what? Ln 7, okay, All divided by what? All divided by what? Okay, let me say this is inside. Let me carefully so that you know what's happening here. Okay, so that is into, let me just bring it here. The number to u function into 7 link 49 divided by what? 4. Okay, this is very good. All right, now since the lambda u function into a multiplied by e to a is equals to what? A, right? At this point, what you are going to have here is just what? 7 link y, okay, because I obeying these properties, equals to the w function of what? Now look at what I'm going to do. I can put 49 in index form because we know that 7 times 7 is 49. So 7 to the power of 2 simply means 49. So if we obey one of the properties of indices, the power can also go back here to multiply the link, right? So that this is what? 7 multiplied by 2 link what? Link 7, okay, divided by what? 4. Okay, this is beautiful. So that this is 7 link y, okay, is equals to the w function of what? Into, now 7 times 2 is 14. I have here as 14 link what? Link 4, link 7 divided by 4. Okay, at this point I know that 2 in 2 here will give us 7. Okay, will give us 7. Then 2 here will give us 2. So we are left with 7 link what? Y is equals to the w function of what? Into 7 link what? Link 7 divided by what? 2, right? Now remember we are looking for the value of y, so I want to remove this 7 from here. So if I divide this by what? 7, also divide the whole of this by what? 7. So that's this 7 here, we cancel out this 7. We are left with what? Link y equals to what? Now what I'm going to do, let me use my calculator to find 7 link 7 divided by 2. Okay, we'll do that quickly. Let me just take my calculator and do that. Okay, so let me see 7 link 7, okay, divided by what? 2. Okay, if I do that, I have what? The w function of what? Of 6.81 what? 07 at 4 decimal place, right? Okay, remember 7 link 7 divided by 2 give me this, right? Then all divided by what? 7. Okay, so that means link y is equals to what? Now if we take the lambda w function of all this value that's here, if we take the lambda w function of this, we have what? We have 1 point, okay, 1 point what? 507 what? 8. Okay, remember it is not all calculators that have this operation. Okay, always operate this operation from a site to have these values, right? Now divided by what? Divided by 7. Okay, so let me divide by 7. So that means 1.5078 divided by 7. So that means link y is equals to what? 0.2154. Now so that link y is equals to 0.2154. Remember that I'm not also wrong if I decide to write this as what? E to the power of what? E to the power of what? Link y is equals to e to the power of what? 0.2154. I'm not wrong. Why? I'm not wrong in the sense that we know that the bases here are the same. So if the bases are the same, we can equal the powers and work exactly what is here. But by obeying one of the properties of what? By obeying one of the properties of logarithm, we know that e raised to the power link y will just give us y. Okay, because this link is in base e. Okay, so that means y is equals to e to the power what? 0.2154. Okay, this is the value of y. So what I will do, let me punch this so that I can have the value of y. So if I punch this in my calculator, I'm going to have that y is equals to 1.2404 at what? At 4 decimal places. So this is the value of y that satisfies this equation. Wow, this is prophetudinous. Okay, this is amazing. All right, so if we substitute this value of y here, we're going to have approximately what, 49, and this is the beautiful solution to this particular question. So thank you so much for watching. This, if you find it very interesting, don't hesitate. You to like, comment, and share to your loved ones or others who learn from it. Don't forget, this is Saga's online maths. Okay, so you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel so anytime there are exciting videos, you notify.